Hello, welcome everybody to the demo of Attune. Most productivity tools assume you will show up the same every day, but focus isn't actually linear. Energy is not consistent, and a one size fits all planner just doesn't work for a lot of people. Attune was built for that reality. So, this is the landing page. So, Attune is an AI powered daily planning app that adapts to how you are actually feeling, not how you are supposed to feel. Let me walk you through this. So, once you reach to the landing page, you have the opportunity to sign up with us. Once you sign up, you have your credentials, password, and login, and you can sign in using that. But today, uh, to make it quick, we'll just continue as a guest. Once you are going inside to the app using guest, you reach to the consent page. Consent is important. We need to know that you are an adult. We want you to know that this is not a medical advice or any medical tool approved by FDA or anything. It's just an assessment tool that makes you feel understand of your own attention span and everything. And last but not the least, your data is safe with us. I mean, it's nothing that we are collecting or doing it anything. So we confirm and we agree. So now some basic demographics, which is important. Sometimes we need to know like where you are coming from, who you are. So I'll very quickly go through this typical demographics. No, no, and no. Okay, this is important. How are you feeling today? Because every day you don't feel the same. And once you know our how do you feel, that's how everything will be built here. If you are not well rested, things are a little different. And then continue to assessment. Now come to this assessment. There are three different attention screening tests will happen here. So it's a three part. So one is, if I start, so first one is a questionnaire. It kind of asks certain questions based on how you feel over the time. Let's say, how often do you have trouble staying focused on a task until it's completely finished? So it's not just about today, it's usually your pattern asking. And then out of this option you can just choose sometimes, etc. Next question, when it comes similarly. So now for the sake of the demo, I'm going very fast randomly, doesn't mean anything, just to show you that how many questions usually here you are dealing with. So yeah, so it's done. It's just roughly 10-12 questions, and it just tries to see where you are standing. Next one is very important, time awareness test. So once you begin it, you will see that it will give you a clock, and it asks certain time span, let's say 5 seconds. So internal clock and actual clock may be different, your time perception may be different. So it just tries to catch that, like how your internal time perception looks like and how drifted that is from the reality. So let's begin it. So it's asking about the 20 seconds. So when you start it and a clock is passing, your job is to kind of understand when it's 20-second passed without actually saying to the seeing to the actual clock data. So it's like your assumption of how 20 seconds should look like. So I'll just stop it quickly, and it will actually tell you like target versus your estimate, how good or bad it is. So I have to go very quickly for all the rounds. I cannot bypass it. So yeah, so you see that each time you have the certain different time span, and you recording your time perception, and each time at the end it is telling you how like where you stand, like you either you overestimated or underestimated. Anyways, third is in another fun one, which is reaction time test. Once I start show you the demo, you'll understand it's basically a fun way to see how reactive you are. Okay, so let's start the practice. So one is white, it's ask you to wait, but once the color changes to green, you have to tap it. So as fast as, okay, now see, this is too early, this is wait. So next one is tap. So so when you basically are very attentive, very attuned, you will do it very good. Like right now it's showing slow, but if you do it really quickly, you are fine. This is good. All right, so this is wait, tap. So I really cannot do it bypass this one at this moment. We have to do it quickly. So tap, and below you can see that it's showing all the microseconds that you actually took to react, and it's color coding in a way to actually tell you when you are late, when you are fast, when you are average. So here it consolidates the result. All right, so once this is done, you continue, and here it's kind of showing some assessment result based on certain aspect. Now, so right now my tests were very random. I was not very attentive or anything, so this might not be the good result to showcase. But so this is basically it quietly built a cognitive profile across 6 dimensions: attention, impulsivity, energy regulation, emotional regulation, working memory, and time perception. That profile shapes everything that comes next without you ever having to configure it manually. Okay, so next continue my plan. So again, we are starting with today's agenda. How you are feeling? Are you concentrating? Okay, okay, let's say okay, and then it asks basically how much time you want to devote today. Let's say I will work for 4 hours today, and then when I come here, there are different categories of work. Deep work, let's say I have to finish writing paper, which needs a deep work. Admin work, finish signing the lease. Social, 2 calls to take. All right, and then let's say water my plants. Okay, and then we'll generate some planner based on your mood, based on your everything, and how much time you want to devote, etc. So let's say you first write. So in the morning you start your writing the paper. It says that 1.5 hour you devote in it, but then there is some agentic intervention. Let's say after doing some work you really feel like drifted, you kind of stuck. So if you say these things that I'm stuck, it again comes here and try to intervene and give you some in a very empathetic tone. It tries to intervene and break it down. Like for example, you start in 5 minutes, you did 5 minutes, it asks for a break, and then again you just go and do some you continue your work in that way. So next is like you do the signing of lease. So that's how you actually are signing off that yeah, this work is done, not done. Again you can say that no, I'm stuck here, it again intervenes. So it's a very dynamic planner. It's not that we are done and we are so you give something and you are done. All right, so after the dashboard, once you are done with all these things, you can reach to your dashboard, and then dashboard is very important. And so after a week of use, the dashboard starts telling you a story. This 14-day chart tracks your focus, energy, and task completion over time. So you can see how you have actually doing, not just how you feel about it. And these hypothesis cards, our pattern agent analyzed your data and surfaced something specific. Task completion is significantly higher, let's say when you plan before 9 a.m. or anything like what works for you. So this is not a very generic advice, that's your own data reflected back to you. All right, today we don't have anything because we don't have any 7-day trend or anything. So once you start using it for some few days, and then take regularly this test, you understand on an attention span level what is your trend, where you actually lack, where you are like good at it. You understand yourself much better, and you can plan these things more effectively. That works for you. Thank you very much for your time.